Welcome to another edition of Mid-Atlantic Breakdown here on the AIWF network. I am Rick Diesel, and I'm turning my phone off so when the freaking thing rings, along with Reagan Danzig, who looks very comfortable tonight.
Oh, I wore this today.
I was going by this.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my tie dye. I bought this for a Devon Dudley day. So
Devon, at your shoot job, y'all have a Devon Dudley day?
well, last year we had our big field day was WrestleMania, and then everybody dressed up because the PE teacher there is a huge wrestling fan, like huge.
Oh, okay.
And when he found out that he actually taught Jack and David Parrish and the ref Devin. So yeah. So
I learn something new every day.
Yep.
So speaking of Jack, him and Clara made their reappearance. They showed up at the anniversary shows this weekend, but that's for another show because we'll have that match, Clara's world title match, on another show. But they were there. I seen them. I talked to them.
That's a bummer. I had to miss. I didn't get to see him.
Jack looked like a grizzly bear. His beard was so big, and
beards seem to be in 2025. Justin Flash has a pretty Grizzly Adams beard also.
Well, you know what was funny is, and like I said, we'll cover this more later on, but when Clara came out for her match, that crowd went wild. You would have never known that just less than a year ago they were trying to kill everybody in the company.
Yeah, I know. They were very popular, even with their devious behavior. The crowd just ate them up, and I hate to see them, move on, but I am glad to see them. I'm excited to see them where they're going to end up. So they're both very talented and very worthy of any success they get because they're great people. So I just shed on all their gimmicks, but they are great.
Without letting cats out of the bag, they do have something planned for the fall that'll be interesting. So keep up with Jack and Clara. So anyway, Mid-Atlantic, what episode was it? 488?
You're asking numbers. I don't know
this
numbers
until I have to go look it up. Hang on a minute, God.
You need to write it down because you should be the one that actually knows that.
I know.
I'm I got Sasquatch shows to watch.
488, I was right.
488. Wow. What is that? That makes me wonder, like, what year did the Mid-Atlantic show start? There's 488.
They started. Now keep in mind, there's only 52 weeks in a year,
right?
So and there's sometimes we miss. So they started at least 10 or 15 years ago.
That's crazy.
It was the early 2000s, 2010, 2009. In that area, we were still doing the Cyber Zone, which was basically the Mid-Atlantic episodes before they were the Mid-Atlantic episodes. Right,
yeah. Well, I guess they were Cyber Zone because we put them on our website, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that was back in the early days, of everybody getting their web shows up. So Tim Dolan come up with the Cyber Zone. Oh, speaking of somebody from back in the early days, I did a podcast last night, and I don't know I know you probably don't remember him, but Brian might remember him. Brian, I don't think Brian ever went with us, but Rodney Howard, Hot Rod from the TIWF.
He's not listening. He has headphones on.
Anyway, I done his podcast last night. It was pretty cool. He says it should be coming out on YouTube.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to him in probably 12 to 15 years. And he hit me up, and he had been keeping up with the anniversary show. And he said, "Hey, would you like to do my podcast?" I said, "I'd love to do your podcast," because Hot Rod's did. So let me show you something that I showed him last night. Let me find it.
You got to start having stuff right in your grasp.
I will learn. Okay. So Sunday, after everything was over, No, Monday. I'm sorry, Monday. I had to go and pick up uh, the president of AIWF Africa and take him to Winston to the bus station. I don't hear nobody say, "Oh, we're president riding a bus." It was just easier for him because he had to go somewhere else, and it's cheaper than just a lot of planes. You know what I'm saying? He had to go down to Florida to get on a plane, go back to Africa. But this is what's cool. He gave me one of the coolest gifts I've ever got from anybody. He gave me a shirt. I don't know if it fits me. Honestly, I don't care. It don't even have, I guess they don't put t-shirt sizes in shirts in Africa, but check this out.
Oh, look at that. That is fantastic.
That's neat, but that ain't the coolest part about it. The neatest part about this shirt is the back.
Oh, that is cool.
Is that not amazing?
That is amazing. That is fantastic.
He's my new friend.
Yeah, don't cut the sleeves out of that one.
But yeah, he gave me that, and you know, there can't be that many of them. So I'll have to put that in like a frame and hang it on the wall or something.
Yeah, that was the one great thing about the anniversary show this weekend was, you know, seeing him there, and you know, and it was humbling to see that, like, to know how far that AIWF has reached, you know, across the globe. And it's one of those things where you hear us talk about it, but you don't ever really, like, you don't see it as much like when our shows, but to see that and to see that guy there, I mean, it was fantastic.
Well, and you had Drew from AIWF Canada and Quint from AIWF Northeast.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like I said in that post that I put on Facebook, that is just, I mean, a minuscule amount of the people that works for the AIWF that covers 150 plus companies in 49 countries around the world.
We had that one guy who only spoke French.
Yeah.
Was he the guy that was from Cameroon, or was he from Haiti? I can't remember, but
there was a guy from Haiti there.
Yes.
Yeah. And Africa, Canada, and all over the United States. That's what makes this so special. And I don't know about you and Brian, but I sit at times and just quietly think to myself, especially when I'm doing videos for the AIWF Network, of what it used to be like so long ago. I mean, you remember the bus trips?
Yeah.
West Virginia, Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. Riding in that bus with that ring and just, you know, that was, we've come so far since that. And, you know, and we just toting that around every week. And so it's good to see that the work and the foundation was made to be what the AIWF is now today. So,
yeah. And you know, like I said, I don't know who else watching this that's seen the post on Rick Diesel Facebook page, but when I put that picture up of me, Matt Classic, Drew, Quint, and I cannot pronounce my friend from Africa's name, and I will not try, because I'd embarrass me and him. But when I run that very first show in January 1992, I had no idea if I would ever run another show. Somebody approached me, a friend of mine, Julie, approached me about doing a fundraiser for a kid with leukemia. And I just like, okay, sure. And I never dreamed that I would run another show after that first one. You know, and then I got the bug like a few months later. So let's run another one. I met some guys, you know, and I said, okay, we'll run another one. Then we run another one, and got this little gym out here at White Plains, and Wahoo McDaniels and Ivan Koloff was the first names I ever booked. And then, you know, and now I look back on that and I'm like, my God, what happened that we have turned into this?
I know it's a good product. So always a good product. And if it's a good product, then people want to be a part of it. You know?
Yes. Yeah. And it's grew a lot just in the last few years.
Yeah, and it's, we talk about the past a lot, but I think the AIWF has done a really good job evolving to modern wrestling, because we still, sprinkle in some of that traditional, old AIWF stuff with Ty, especially with the hardcore stuff. Nothing as crazy as because I think we've learned our lessons. Brian and I were talking about that the other day, about how we didn't know, but oh no, that was riding in the car that was today, with our neighbors who let their kids ride, sitting on the door, hanging out the window.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about how, people learn their lessons over the past few years, but that's off the topic. Anyway, but yeah, we've done a good job evolving. I think we have a good mixture of all types of wrestling that everybody would enjoy. The other thing I love about AIWF is, we're one of those places where people build themselves up. I mean, yes. Jack and Clara worked for us a long time, and they built themselves up, built their faction up, and just, it's, we see a lot of people come through the AIWF that ends up, on the national stage, and it's a great thing, and it's a great thing to know you're a part of that.
I feel like one of them, if not both of them, will someday be. I mean, yeah, we've seen Jack on NWA, we've seen Claire on AEW, but I think that's just scratching the surface for those. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And not too many people remember that when Jack first came here, he was just doing security.
Mm-hmm. And he was clean shaven.
Right. Yes. Okay. Let's see if we can't do this thing, and we can talk a little bit about the episode 488. How's that? Boom. There it is.
There we go.
The two matches on 488 was one, the Legacy Battle Royal. Now, see this guy right here in the mask? Can you see my cursor?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay, this guy right here.
Isn't that Roadblock Throck?
I think so. I'm not sure, but I know right now he's after this match, he was Roadblock Broke Ankle. So
yeah, I saw him.
He sprained or fractured his ankle when he got put out.
I saw his elimination, and I sit out now, and I turned to Darren. I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, he did not go out well." So I hope he gets better soon. So he's a newbie. So you got to do that one thing wrong to learn your lesson. That's a terrible thing to say, but that's kind of what happens in wrestling.
That's how you learn. Yeah. That is how you learn. And then it come down, one of these three won it. That's the best I'm going to tell you. But look at that crowd. We drew such a good, and for some reason, look, you see that right there? That's Smiley. Smiley's
yes.
And he looks like a hillbilly.
I'm not going to say this on camera, but ask Darren what name I gave him at the show.
I will ask him.
Yes.
But just so you know, one of these three won it. If you want to know who, then go to AIWF Network on YouTube, episode 488, and you will see. Now, main event, there's your boy. This guy right here, he comes from like Connecticut. He has got so popular down here.
He is fun to watch. Seeing him live is exciting because he has a little gimmick that he does where he says, what is it? Wrestling, and it's very fun. So this match was
the AIWF World TV title. Yes. Jackson Sane with Jezebeth.
I know, I'm excited because I finally got a spot to put her name.
Yes. And look at you over here, production crew.
Oh, yeah. I know I'm out from my hole so I can make better TV.
But as always, Jezebeth got involved. This was a really good match.
It was. I was surprised that how, they were able to have this match because, Jackson Sane is insane. So he's not much of a technical wrestler, but
right.
But this match was, it was hard fought for both of them. Oh Lord, you're typing. What? Keep talking. Well, like I said, Buzz Bloodsaw kept trying to do some technical wrestling with him, and he kept getting the crowds behind him about wrestling. So, beautiful suplex right there. It was. I mean, you would not think, looking at Jackson Sane, that you would see a match of this caliber from him, but Buzz Bloodsaw really took him to town.
Yeah, and he brought it. They each brought the best out of each other.
I agree.
I agree. And once again, if you want to see who won this match, go to AIWF Network on YouTube, episode 488. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we have a guest.
Exciting.
Right. So we'll be right back right after these messages.
AIWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling fans, check out King's Hot Dog, located down at Rural Hall, North Carolina, at Village Square Plaza, right off of Highway 52, exit 118, where you can find anything from corn dogs, BLTs, chuck wagon, barbecue, and the world-famous King Dog. That's right, 14 inches, 2 pounds of meat, and with drive-through service available if you're in a hurry. Stop on by today, Village Square Plaza, Rural Hall.
Some good hot dog fans.
Secondhand Heroes and Home for Wayward Villains is a comic book shop and gaming store that also features Magic the Gathering and D&D. Located at 18184 Leesville Road in Evington, Virginia, Secondhand Heroes is your one-stop shop for you to get your nerd on. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. They don't close until the dice stop rolling. They buy, sell, trade, barter, and haggle, specializing in collectible toys, both vintage and modern, comics, Magic the Gathering, video games, console, and arcade cabinets to play, all set to free play. Host your game night with us, Monday night D&D video game competitions, and so much more. Something for the collector and gamer in us all. Call 434-317-0121 or shoot us an email with any questions to secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. Note, secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. That's 2ND, handheroesva@gmail.com. Come game with us. Tease Treats is a food truck service that operates out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. They serve decadent, delicious ice cream treats, hot dogs, chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, nachos, funnel cakes, and so much more. They can be in multiple locations at the same time, available for festivals, athletic tournaments, concerts, or any gathering. When it comes to delicious quality and reasonable prices, you can't go wrong with Tease Treats. You can find out more about Tease Treats at facebook.com/Tease Treats, or you can give them a call at 336-755-8204. You'll find out that Tease Treats are not only the best concessions in wrestling, but the best concessions anywhere.
Welcome back to AIWF Mid-Atlantic Breakdown. Joining us on the show now is Mr. Sean Cruz.
You're welcome.
You may remember him from the infamous Turkey Brawl back in November, but we'll get around to that. So Sean, we'll turn it over to Reagan. She is our resident journalist, and she asks the best questions.
Okay. If we're say journalist, that's fine. Well, I do want to mention really quick that you have an very impressive mustache coming in.
Thank you. Absolutely, I do. Everything I do is impressive, though. So why are you surprised?
That's true. So, like Rick says, we haven't seen you since the Turkey Brawl, which was a very interesting match, to say the least.
And when you talk to him about Turkey Brawl, I got 2 pictures I want to show.
Okay.
So you tell me when to bring them up.
First of all, did I give anyone permission to take those pictures? And
I took them off the field. I took them off the camera. So,
Yeah, well, I don't do nothing for free, so we might have to talk about that off air.
Okay.
But continue, Reagan.
Hopefully we didn't ruin your Christmas dinner with memories of the Turkey Brawl. So
hey, look at me. I'm always eating. That's how I get these big arms. No, it ain't going to ruin nothing. It ain't going to ruin nothing.
So we're just kind of talking about, since you're the first person we've had on since the Turkey Brawl, do you want to do like a real quick rundown of maybe what you ended up being covered in or what you thought?
I got that right here. I can show them.
We can do that, but first of all, I want to get to what you just said. I'm the first person you've had on since Turkey Brawl. This is the first time I've been on, period. And I'm wondering, like, what's the delay? Am I not good enough to be on your show?
Well, we've only done 8 shows. We've only been on 2 months, so we're learning, and we're inviting anyone on, attitude problem or not. You know, we can.
My attitude's not a problem. You need to get that straight right now. I'm fine with my attitude. Continue.
Apparently so with your keep staring shirt, you know.
And you're staring, right? Like everybody else is. Everybody else is staring. They're always watching. They're always looking at stuff, but they're not liking. They're not following. They're not sharing. No, but they want me to help them. But when it comes time for Sean Cruz to get a little help, who's to be found? Absolutely nobody. See, human beings are selfish by nature. I've discovered that. And now I'm taking that same philosophy. I'm a selfish person with selfish intentions.
I did notice that you have reinvented yourself over the past year. You know, even though you're drinking out of a Stitch.
Oh, don't even go there. Don't even. You really want me to go off on you? Don't pick on Stitch. Go ahead.
Anyway,
he's an alien. He's misunderstood. He's just like me. Continue.
So, like I said, you've reinvented yourself. Do you want to kind of talk about how you have evolved maybe through this past year into the Sean Cruz that is gracing our presence right now?
Yeah, you're welcome for that, by the way. No, it's not even the last year. Anybody who knows me knows I've been doing this for 24 years now. I've had numerous gimmicks and monikers, and nothing just ever stuck because I was always trying to jump through hoops for either promoters or this guy had an idea or this buddy of mine had an idea, but nothing ever stuck because it wasn't me. I was too worried about what everybody else thought, right? Now I'm worried about what I think. That's all that matters. You're good. What you see is what you get. I'm 100% authentic myself. That's where all this is coming from.
I think if we're at the point where we're the authentic self, Rick, do you want to show an authentic self of him?
Okay, here's the thing. I've got
tread lightly, Rick.
Pictures right here. No, I'm telling you, these pictures mean something. Okay, these pictures mean something. Now you can see right here. I brought this up, Sean, because right here's Ty Tyson hitting you in the face with a pie. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is Ty, and I got another one.
Yep.
Buddy Flowers. I'm pretty sure this was macaroni and cheese.
Yes, it was, and he almost suffocated me with it. I'm thinking about taking him to court for that still, but I can't talk about that. My lawyer told me not to.
Well, I just want to let you know right here, face to face, me and you, that my plan, if nothing else, is to get you back in the Mid-Atlantic, in that ring right there that you're looking at least against one of these two guys or both of them at some point, because I feel like you deserve some kind of revenge or some kind of satisfaction for having to go through that humiliation.
Best believe that I'm going to get my revenge, as you call it. First of all, me and Ty Tyson have been beating each other up for years. And I give him all the respect in the world for what he does in the ring and his abilities. He's tough. He's one of the toughest guys I ever faced. So that's no problem. You sign me and Ty Tyson up, you're going to fill the building. Now, Buddy Flowers, on the other hand, him and I have never had a one-on-one confrontation. And I think that would be something that fans would like. It'd be something I would definitely like because I don't personally care for hippies, if you want to know the truth. So give me Buddy Flowers. Give me both of them. I don't care.
I think you deserve a shot at both of them for the simple fact that, and I don't want to use the word degrading, you know what I'm saying? But that best describes that. That just degraded you. A person on your level having to deal with a pie in the face and macaroni and cheese all over your head. If you'd had that mustache then, you'd still be picking it out.
You're right. Agreed, Rick. It was a little, we'll call embarrassing. But at the end of the day, I'm an entertainer. Were people not entertained?
I think people were happy to see that you may have been
no.
Humble pie.
I didn't ask you if people were happy because I don't care if people are happy. I want to know, are you entertained? That's all I care about. Because entertainment means money. That's all I care about. So were they entertained? Yes. But don't worry. I'm gonna get everybody that was involved in that back.
Well, I'll keep these pictures, and I'm doing everything I can to get the match signed. But I think you deserve one-on-one with both of those gentlemen.
Yeah, because I think if you end the year looking like a fool, then you may want to get a little retribution.
I ended the year looking like an entertainer. I don't think I was looking like a fool, but that's your opinion. You're entitled to it.
Okay, Reagan, back to you. I've done my damage.
To me. After I threw an insult.
Yeah, good luck.
So just, kind of to we're only a few months into the new year. What does Sean Cruz see for himself in the foreseeable future with his new outlook, with people staring at him, all these things? What is in store for Sean Cruz this year?
The world and everything in it. I mean, this is my year. I've said it from day one, and I mean it. Everything in my life, professional and personal, has finally lined up after all this time. And yes, I'm 43 years old. I'll be 44 in July. I look amazing. Let's just be honest. But this is my year. I've already captured gold last weekend. I got to defend it this weekend. I'm just going to keep adding more and more gold to it. We'll call this the San Francisco Gold Rush. That's what this year is going to be. How about that? Carolina Gold Rush. Because I'm going to collect it wherever I go. Period.
And
this is the year of my crusade. Yeah, that's what it is. We'll call it my crusade. How about that?
I like that. Because I've seen a lot of pictures of Sean Cruz on social media. And
everybody wants to see him. Everybody wants to see him, Rick, but they won't admit that. Everybody watches my videos. I got a video up right now. It's got 1,200 likes on it, or 1,200 views on it. I'm sorry, but like 10 likes. That's just a bunch of jealous haters, man. You can sit there and watch something, but you don't like it. That's okay. Keep staring. Keep staring, because it ain't gonna make a damn bit of difference. I don't know if I'm using the language on here, but I'm Sean Cruz. I'll do what I want anyway. Seriously, keep staring. Keep watching me, because I'm gonna keep doing what I do, what you wish you could do.
So you do sound like you don't mind people hate watching you. So
no, you can. I don't care, as long as you're watching and you're entertained. That's all that matters, because that keeps me relevant and that makes me money, and that's all that matters. Case in point, I had a kid at a show one time buy one of my shirts. Right after he bought it, he had a pair of scissors. He cut it up, ripped it up, and was like, "Oh, what you think about that?" I was like, "What do I think about that? I got you $25. I don't care what you do with that shirt."
That's Waffle House money, baby.
Hey, I go a little bit higher, man. I'm more of an IHOP guy.
Okay, gotcha.
Waffle House is usually the spot, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you are in a good, headspace right now. You've got your plan. I agree with Rick Diesel. We do see Sean Cruz all over the internet. We see him on all kinds of shows. To give you credit, you are a fan. You get in the ring and you take care of business. So
she was going to say fantastic. I knew. I seen that. She was going to say fantastic.
She was. I'll take it.
Okay. Anyway, I think everybody, whether you love or hate Sean Cruz, I will agree. You want to watch him. You want to watch him to hate him. And like he said, if you hate him, he's still making the money off of you. So, that's really a good view of that's a good view. I'll give you that.
Well, Reagan, the bottom line is this is a business, okay? This is wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, it is a business. I'm in a business to make money. This is not a joke to me. I'm out here at almost 44 years old looking better than 90% of the rosters on the independents right now, okay? I take care of my body. I take care of my mind. I study tape. I study my craft. I try to improve every single day. I still go to seminars. There's guys 2 years into this business that they're too good for a seminar. You never stop learning. And that is the difference between me and everybody else out there. I want it more, and I do the things that it takes to go get it.
All right. Well, that's Sean Cruz for you. I think that's a good place to stop. I think you've spoken your piece, and I am looking forward to seeing Sean Cruz in the future, whether or not he gets on my nerves or not. So, So.
All right. Yeah, and you did pretty good. We got just about a minute left in the show. So thank you, Sean, for stopping by. We hope to have you on again someday. I think you did awesome. And I will work very hard. Nothing else. I will get you a match with Ty Tyson and Buddy Flowers.
So I'm ready when you are. Just send me the contract. I'll sign it. Until then, everybody out there, keep staring. I know you are.
All right. Thank you, Reagan. Thank you, Sean Cruz. This is Rick Diesel for the Mid-Atlantic Breakdown. We'll see you next week.